Hi, my name is Aaron Sawatsky Kingsley. I'm the city forester here in Goshen, in your city. I'm also the director of the Department of Environmental Resilience, where we're thinking about a lot of different things, not just trees, but one of the things I like to think a lot about is trees because I love how shady they are when it's hot, and I love how fun they are to climb. I love how they clean our air and protect our water. And of course, they give us lots of really important things like paper to write on, and furniture to sit on, and chocolate, especially. They give us chocolate. You'll have to look that up if you don't realize it. I need your help. I um, I need the help of community members, of community scientists like you, because one of the things that I am working on here in Goshen is counting and getting to know all of the trees in Goshen. And that's a really big job for one person. So that's where I need your help. You guys know the trees in your neighborhood and in your yard and at your school. So I need you to get to know those trees, to figure out what kind of trees they are. Are they maple? Are they oak? Are they tulip? Are they honey locust? Who knows? They could be all kinds of trees because there are lots of trees. But I need you to help me figure out what kind of trees those are, and you could maybe make a map of your yard or your school to show me where those trees are, and then you could measure their trunks so that we know how wide they are. And that's important because that helps us to understand maybe how old the tree is, and maybe even how healthy it is. So you could help to figure out what kind of trees are near the place where you live, and you could measure their trunks. Those would be two great things you could help me with. And your teacher will help you to understand what the project is too. One of the reasons that your help is so important is because here in Goshen we have a big project related to trees that we are beginning. We have what's called an urban tree canopy goal. And what that means is we want to plant more and more trees in our city. And that's because trees are so important for us, just like we were talking about. They do so many good things for us, but maybe the most important thing they do for us is they keep us cool with their shade. And we are going to need more and more shade as the years go by, as you get older, because it's getting warmer and warmer where we live. And there's nothing like a tree to keep us cool, because it does it for free. We don't have to pay anything for it. It's a wonderful thing. So we have this big goal. We want to double the amount of trees in Goshen by 2045. We want to go from about 1/5 of the city covered in trees to almost 1/2 of the city covered with trees. So we've got 25 years to do that. It's a big job, a big project, a big goal, and we're going to need your help to do it, to plant trees, to take care of trees, to learn about trees, because caring for trees is caring for people. If there are people that you love, one of the best ways you can show that you love them is to plant trees and to take care of trees. One of the really important things that we need to think about when we do that is that we have to plant more than just maple trees. It's great that we have lots of maple trees in Goshen and that we're the maple city, but we also need to have lots of different kinds of trees. Hi, you guys. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about trees and how we need lots of them, but maybe even more importantly, how we need lots of different kinds of trees. So, for instance, if the only thing you ever had to eat was ice cream, that'd be pretty awesome. For about 2 or 3 days, maybe a week. But if that was the only thing you had to eat, you would get pretty sick of it. It wouldn't be very great. Or imagine if you had a great toy, a great computer game that you loved, and it was something you played all the time, but it was the only thing that you had to play with. You'd love it for a while, but pretty soon you'd get sick of it. So what that means is we like variety. We need variety. We need something called diversity. Diversity is the word that means variety. We need lots of different things. And it's the same with trees. So we live in this wonderful city, Goshen, which is nicknamed the Maple City. It's called the Maple City because we've got a lot of maple trees here. That's great. I'm glad we've got so many trees, so many maple trees. But we need to be thinking about having more different kinds of trees, not just maple trees. We need to have catalpa trees. We need to have honey locust trees. We need to have black locust trees. We need to have basswood trees. We need to have we don't need to have palm trees because they don't grow here. But we do need to have sycamore trees, and we need to have cherry trees. We probably should have some apple trees. We need to have a lot of different kinds of trees because the more trees, the more better. And what I mean by that is, imagine, just like if you were only eating ice cream, if there was only one kind of tree and something made those trees sick. And what if all of those trees died? That'd be pretty bad because we wouldn't have any shade then. Well, and it's like if you only had ice cream to eat, you would get pretty sick after a while. So in Goshen, even though we are the Maple City, we are working to plant lots of different kinds of trees. So I was naming some just now. We also need to be planting, how about white pine and bald cypress and hackberry, and let's see, we need some shingle oak, and we need some bur oak, and we need some red oak, and so we also need pawpaw trees and pecan trees and persimmon trees. Those are a lot of peas. How about pear trees? We need those too. Anyways, we need lots of different kinds of trees because, again, the more better, the more different, the more better. So if we have all of these different kinds of trees, they will help the entire urban forest where we live to be healthy. So that if one kind of tree gets really sick and gets a disease, maybe some of those will die, but there are all these other trees that are still with us to help the urban forest to be strong and healthy. And that's important because people are stronger and healthier when they live in a strong, healthy forest. One of the things that I think you are learning, I hope you are learning, is that we live in a city that is full of trees. And part of what that means is that we are forest people. We live where trees live. That makes us forest people. And that's another reason that the healthier our trees are, the healthier our forest is, the healthier we will also be. So just like we think about diversity in the kinds of people that we live in, that we live with, just the same way that we think that that's a really good thing, and it is, it's a super thing, it's also really, really important to have a diversity of trees to live with.